Good morning. This is X-Pulse AI Morning Mix. Today is Saturday, June 27th, 2026. We're covering OpenAI's GPT 5.6 preview, Anthropic's export rules shifting again, and the chip and data center moves reshaping capacity. I've got Orion with me, ready to jump in.
Ready, let's do it.
The Verge reported on June 26th that OpenAI unveiled GPT 5.6 in a limited United States preview, after White House requests for a staggered rollout. Orion, what's actually shipping here?
OpenAI is previewing a GPT 5.6 suite, Terra and Luna, to a limited set of U.S. partners. The headline is less new model, more new launch process, government-influenced gating, plus a strong safety posture, especially around refusing prohibited cyber assistance.
Are we talking about temporary caution or a new normal?
OpenAI's message is temporary, and they don't want it to become permanent. But the pattern is clear. Frontier releases are starting to look like controlled deployments, not public drops. Washington is now your release manager.
Politico reported on June 26th that the Trump administration partially lifted an Anthropic export control block, allowing limited access to Mythos 5 for vetted organizations. What changed?
The White House revised an earlier directive. Mythos 5 can be used by more than 100 vetted companies and government agencies, but under restricted terms. At least one other advanced Anthropic model remains blocked, so it's not a full reversal, more like a narrow permission slip.
What does this tell you about where frontier access is headed?
Access is becoming tiered. Who you are and what you'll do with the model matters as much as the model's raw capability. Expect more vetting, audit trails, and contract language that looks a lot like compliance, not just software licensing.
PCMag reported on June 26th that Qualcomm is entering the data center market with a platform called Dragonfly, pitching itself as full stack for AI workloads. Orion, what's Qualcomm aiming at?
They want a seat at hyperscaler AI deployments, processors plus software, and they're name-checking partners like Microsoft, Meta, and Hugging Face. The bet is that data centers will want more architectural diversity, not just one vendor's approach, especially as inference becomes a bigger slice of spend.
Is this mainly a cost play or a capability play?
Both. Cost and power efficiency matter, but so does ecosystem credibility, tools, compiler stacks, and model support. Qualcomm has mobile-scale efficiency DNA. The hard part is winning developer trust in the data center, where inertia is basically a law of physics.
Market screener citing Bloomberg reported on June 25th that Apple may skip high-end M6 Pro and M6 Max chips and instead accelerate an AI-focused M7 generation. What's the signal here?
Apple is prioritizing on-device AI performance over incremental CPU and GPU upgrades in the usual cadence. If this holds, the message is Max, and likely the broader Apple Silicon roadmap, are being tuned around local inference, memory bandwidth, and neural throughput.
Does skipping a generation risk confusing buyers?
Maybe, but it also simplifies the narrative. This is the AI leap. Your laptop chip roadmap just did a plot twist, and Apple tends to bet that the experience, fast, private, on-device features will be the selling point, not the model number.
Newsweek reported on June 26th that China is investing roughly $300 billion into new computing hubs under efforts like East Data West Computing. Orion, what's driving that scale?
It's a national infrastructure push. Build massive data center capacity, and shift more training and inference onto domestic networks. The constraint is hardware. U.S. export controls limit access to top-end GPUs, and domestic chips still lag at the frontier, so China is trying to win on volume, location, and coordination.
So is this about catching up on models or controlling compute?
Both, but control is the durable part. Models change fast. Compute capacity and grid integration are strategic assets for a decade. Even if the chips are less capable, massive capacity can still support broad deployment and a lot of experimentation.
The Austin American-Statesman reported on June 26 that Oracle disclosed its workforce fell by about 21,000 employees over the past year, nearly 13%, as it ramps AI and cloud infrastructure spending. What's the story behind the numbers?
Oracle is reallocating. Fewer people overall, more capital into data centers and cloud infrastructure. The filing points to sharply rising cloud infrastructure and data center revenue while headcount shrinks. In other words, they're trying to fund the build-out and protect margins by cutting elsewhere.
Is this unique to Oracle or a template?
It's becoming a template. Automate internal work, consolidate teams, and pour money into compute. The tension is that AI is sold as productivity, but the bill comes due in staffing decisions, especially at companies trying to scale infrastructure fast.
Let's hit a few fast ones across regulation, adoption, and the infrastructure bill. Orion, keep me honest and keep it tight.
On June 25th, PMETS.com said a U.S. House bill would require frontier AI developers to report dangerous capabilities and incidents quickly to the Commerce Secretary. On June 26th, Healthcare Dive says HHS heard stakeholders asking for coordinated clinical AI governance and evaluation support.
And the money side, are the data center bets finally penciling out?
On June 25th, Yahoo Finance, citing Bloomberg and Exponential View, said AI revenue is hitting a tipping point that can justify hundreds of billions in data center capital spending. The subtext: hyperscalers think utilization will arrive before patience runs out.
Consumer adoption still feels fuzzy. Any hard numbers?
Yes, on June 27th, Yahoo Finance cited Bank of America payments data. Only about 3% of U.S. households paid for AI services, median spend around $20 a month. Also, on June 26th, Tech Times noted NVIDIA's closed-loop cooling cuts on-site water use, but upstream water tied to power generation remains a major issue. On June 25th, the UK House of Commons Library summarized the UK's regulate at point of use approach.
That's XPulse AI Morning Mix from XPulse for Saturday, June 27th, 2026. Share it with someone who'd find it useful. See you next time.